I can't get sad over this. I'm just annoyed.
Well, because of certain things that have happened, we were like, okay, plan of attack for this weird two guard people, and we were sitting there plotting, and then we were like, is Lynn's here? And then is Lynn's here? Is Lynn here? And then Rayla was like, I don't know. And then Mavis was like, I can find her, and then she did locate creature, and then she found her in a tree, and then Rayla was like, I'm gonna send Ghost Sister, and she was like, hey, yo, Lynn, what's happening? We're here. And then she came back and was like, all right, so Lynn said that these people have been standing here for days and they haven't like moved, so they're probably not human. So we can just go whenever. And so it's like, okay, cool. And Andre was like, I got this, and he fired an Eldritch Blast, and then Lynn did like 52 damage and killed one. And then the other one had like a shield that had like an eye on it, and they like looked at Andre and Lynn, and then he just went in the ground and just like a Looney Tunes cartoon. And then we were like, well, that's unfortunate. And then we saw a door, and then we just dug under the door. And then we went inside, and then Mavis and Lynn heard these voices of like, oh, join your, or no, Mavis was told to join her sisters. Lynn was like, oh, she'll be dealt with. And they were like, that's concerning. So we kept wandering around this old, decrepit crypt and looking. Actually, it wasn't very decrepit, huh?
No, it wasn't too decrepit, like at all.
Yeah, it was just a stone crypt.
Pristine.
Yeah, lots of like iconography and symbols and creepy coffins around. We were like, probably shouldn't open those, right? And it's like, yeah. So we just kept walking around, being careful, and Rayla was invisible most of the time as well. And then we kept going, and we talked to each other, and then Mavis was like, hey, you should run if things get bad. And and then Rayla and Andre were like, I mean, I guess, sure. And then they kept going, and then they found this like one room with like a bunch of different rooms that had all like this crazy stuff in it, like these little like influences, but we were like, I don't know if we want to touch this, so we didn't. And then Lynn was like, are you guys ready to prepare to die? And then they were like, yeah, let's do this. And then Rayla tried to shove Lynn because because her sister's light was near, and she tried to shoot away. And then Lynn pulled out a knife, and then it was fine, I think. And then they opened the door, and then it was Ulier. She was standing there, and she had two other Mavi with her, but they kind of looked weird. They were different. They weren't quite right. And then, oh crap, how did the conversation go?
There wasn't much of one.
Yeah, I think we were just kind of like looking at each other, and then she got close, and then they like Mavis and Ulia kind of mean mugged each other like a boxing, like the stare off before a boxing match, and then the fight started, and then we fought, and he was like, whoa, and then the influences, and the bang, and the boom, and then the arrows, and Mavis doing a cool moonbeam. Wait, did you do a moonbeam?
I did not do a moonbeam.
Oh, we know you threatened it.
No, I think I jokingly said it. I don't think I ever actually said it in character.
Oh, and we all released our influences because we are cool, awesome, super powered people, and then eventually through a lot of fighting, then she did the pool, and then Andre was like, too much, and then he fell over, and then she also did Kona Cold before that, and that really hurt. And then we also Rayla went down. Is she still down?
Yeah, but she's outside of the thing.
Yeah, she's
so
outside of the pool.
But
Rayla's
she's still rolling death saves.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
she
I had Riach pre-rolling before this, so I know what's gonna happen in few turns.
Okay.
So we're on a timer for whether she's stable or not.
got it.
She and then she went down, and then Mavis
You guys
was like,
fucking suck.
wow. And then we were and then we then Mavis sliced off Ulier's head by having the worms burst out of her because he used like the corrupt thing and did like a cool counter spell thing, and then we ended session.
All right, that's a good summary. Thank you for your help, Double, and you have your inspiration.
Yay!
And we will begin where we last left off. As Mavis, you burst the insides of Sister Ulier. Small chunks of her body go flying all across the room. The worms take over the remains of her cadaver. And the only thing that seems intact of her are parts of her head to the ground, as pristine and beautiful as ever, A small, serene smile. It's the only thing disturbing the neutral facial features. Andre, behind you, is in the process of getting absolutely destroyed. Being eaten alive, dissolved, sliced through and through with a liquid of knock unknown. Rayla herself, hidden behind a pillar, doesn't seem to be doing so much better. And Lynn is in the process of moving out of the liquid, grasping out at Andre to hoist him up. Andre, however, you go first. And please make that Constitution saving throw.
Do I need to?
I'm with Daddy.
Like, should I even bother?
If you don't want to, I guess.
I'll do it just because for funsies, I guess. Ooh, 16.
16 you pass, I'm pretty sure.
Yay! I passed. Let's go.
Yeah, good work, double. You only take 2 points of slashing damage as the liquid cuts deep into your body, peeling away small layers of your skin, moment by moment, in excruciating pain. For the second time now, Andre Timmer dies. Your vision goes white, and you find yourself in front of 2 ivory horns leading to a now somewhat familiar maze. Only this time, you don't feel nearly as powerful. The lingering influences of the flint at your waist is the only thing stopping you, the only thing preventing you from an eternity spent wandering in the white halls. And that is the end of your turn. Lynn, as I mentioned before, hoists you up and steps out of the knock liquid. She herself leaves dark purple steps on the ground wherever she goes, the soles of her shoes seeming to already have been quite heftily damaged. And she herself will attempt the con save, which is an at 20. So she will only take 8 points of slashing damage. She seems to be in a good amount of pain in total after this fight, but definitely nothing that will stop her. Having hoisted you out of the liquid, she lays you to the floor with what some people would approximate as care. She turns to you, Mavis. He's dying. You have it. Bring him back.
Mavis was like kind of in a funk looking at the remains of Sister Ulie. I thought she like whips around. He's dying?
He's dead.
Oh. What?
She herself is kneeling to the ground, 2 fingers around where Andre's neck is. Andre, you fell face first into the fluid, right?
I don't know if I ever flavored it. He probably just fell to his side.
Okay. The side of his face is now completely scarred. The flesh is exposed underneath the skin. Small bits of muscles tainted in purple liquid to the right side of his face are quite clearly visible. She herself with 2 fingers on the neck.
No. And Mavis runs and like goes to kneel next to Andre.
As you get closer to him, he feels significantly colder. he usually does. His tattoos are beginning to fade away, and the only heat in the environment is that of the flint. Andre's skin is beginning to grow cold, like yours. Do you say or do anything?
No, this can't happen again. And Mavis raises her hands, and they're shaking. I won't let this happen again. And she goes to place one of her hands down on Andre's chest. And she goes deep inside of herself to pull up any influence of the cold of death that she has.
You search deep within yourself, and you remember your own experiences so long ago. The lingering frost of your battle with Ulier still rings clear at your fingertips. And that meeting with death is not something your body can forget.
And Mavis is gonna try to take that energy into herself, and she'll cast Revivify. And she pulls her hand back up, and I imagine a very cool blue, almost soul-like in this instance, energy follows her. And yeah, I'll cast Revivify.
You cast Revivify. Andre, just as you're about to enter the maze, you feel something pulling against your neck. Not unlike what happened to you before, except this time the feeling is much different, rather than Yvain's powerful blaze bringing you back to life. Mavis, describe how your magic feels to him.
Mavis's magic is like early morning during springtime. It's cool and crisp. It's almost as gentle as it could be. It's the frost that comes before flowers bloom.
So, Andre, you feel that magic pulling you back to life, pulling you away from the white maze. Do you let it?
That is the thing. He kind of like looks at the maze and then shakes his head and then lets it pull him.
Shake your head, and just as you do, you open your eyes. Your face hurts immensely, but your eyes open, look straight into Mavis's.
Oh, okay. Deja vu, huh?
Mavis's eyes, if you like really squinted, almost look watery.
Oh, man.
You're here?
Mm-hmm.
It worked?
It hurts, so I think so. Where's Rayla?
Oh shit. Rayla. And then Mavis goes up and I can't get up again, can I? Yeah.
What did you say?
I can't. Do I have movement still?
Yeah, you do. You can join the roll 20. You
Okay.
use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You still have 5 feet of movement.
Okay, Mavis is gonna make her way towards,
Actually-
run towards Rayla.
If you wanted, you could have 15 more. I just put you in the more dramatically appropriate spot.
Put me in the more dramatically appropriate spot.
Put you in the more dramatically appropriate spot.
Yeah, Mavis immediately, she was like gonna go to hug Andre. As soon as he says, "Where's Rayla?" She's like, "Oh no!" Gets up immediately and starts running.
You see, you start running towards where you last saw Rayla, between her and the pillar.
I have another action, so that's where I end my turn.
Lynn has already used her own action to get Andre out, and is now looking at Sister Ulie's corpse. And so Rayla will roll her first death saving throw of this session, whose result was, give me just a moment,
Natural
a
1.
3.
Ooh.
Okay.
So that is her second failed death save.
Ooh.
I might have to gentle repost everyone.
Ooh.
Initiative comes back up. Mavis, you can feel the worms, the remains of what was, crawling. They want to embed themselves in this world. They want to embed themselves in the corpses. They want to embed themselves in the eye, in you, in Lynn, in Andre, and in Rayla. Their focus in the corpse just in front of them. You have control. What do they do?
Wait, which corpse? This one or this one? Not yet corpse. That's not a corpse yet. This one?
The not yet corpse.
The not yet corpse, okay. Obviously they're not. I'm gonna try and get them to come back to me. I'm not gonna let them loose.
Okay, so they come back to you. 5.
Okay, yeah.
You
can
will
stop
take
there.
some damage through this trek, but the worm
okay.
will be the worms. This is not enough to quite stop them. Well, this particular brand of damage seems to be quite effective against them.
Yeah.
A good
Oh,
chunk
maybe that's how
of
we get rid of them.
wither away in the liquid. And that's the end of the worm's turn. Andre, you're up.
Alright. He'll stand up, and I don't think he wants to move through that worms thing. I'll use an action to dash, but I have to take half to actually stand up. So hold on. I'm gonna move here, and here. I think
I
that's...
can't see it.
Yeah,
Uh-oh.
we can't see it.
Alright, that's, wait, do I have it displaying to everyone? I can, but it's
do.
this specific type, I think.
Yeah.
So yeah, I could just move like this, and with 45 feet of movement. I think, can I see her from there, or do I have to go, or should I just go
I'd
the other way?
say, yeah, you can see her from this point, but not any further.
Okay.
Like, from this one, I don't think you can see her. The pillar's hiding her.
Wait, from this one? Wait, from this part, I can't.
This part is good.
Okay.
This one is not.
All right, so he'll move around over to there, and he's gonna hold a hand out and hope that he still can do it, and he's gonna try to use what is it called again? It's a
Healing word?
a bonus action to do healing light from one of his warlock things.
I see.
See, I was gonna healing word and then command the worms.
Healing. Give me just one moment.
She will take one. Well, I can give her from a pool of 4d6s.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll just do one. Actually, he'll use all of them. Why not?
Okay. How much HP does she regain?
20. That was a good roll.
20.
Yeah.
Your light is coated thick, Andre, with embers that flicker. Uncertain ones. As they reach towards Rayla, they move back and forth, sometimes towards you, sometimes away, as though they're resisting you in some way. They reach into Rayla, and you can see some of her wounds closing. She begins to breathe again. And you can see the faint glow of Mira coming back into her. From within, a slight, ever so slight hum of life. The thumping of two hearts as one. But she doesn't wake up.
That sounds like her. And he's just kind of like lowering his arm shakily as it's on the side that like got all ripped apart. And he's gonna like fall to a knee and just go, oh, okay, maybe overdid it.
Alright. On that note, we will leave initiative.
Hmm. Do you think it'd be worth it to gentle? Nah, I'm not gonna gentle repose her. Never mind.
Lynn turns to you. What are you talking about? Then she looks back to Aaliyah.
I wasn't saying that in character.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. This is me just thinking it loud. No. I can walk through I can walk through here, right?
Andre's kind of taking the space. You could if you went into Splooge.
Oh, like I can't walk to the side one?
Nah, yeah, you can walk through there.
Yeah.
Worms move to let you pass.
Yeah. Andre, Rayla, is she okay? Are you guys...
I got her. Oh,
I'm gonna cast, and then I'm gonna lean down to help lift Andre up, and like, the like arm, like half carry thing, except Mavis is so much smaller.
wait, Rama,
Well,
it
looks-
tore up the side of him. Does he still have eyesight in an eye?
Right now, it would probably hurt for you to look.
Okay.
You could get rid
And
of that with him healing, though.
I'm gonna
Okay.
cast, I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds at 3rd level. It's 3d8. 8, 2, 6. So that's 16 plus 5. Nope. 16 plus 5. So 21 points back.
All right. He's just like, oh, thanks. Guess I owe you twice now. Oh, man.
You don't owe me for that. Are you? And Mavis is gonna like kind of. She's gonna hug him, honestly. Like as soon as you like look less like you're gonna teeter over, she's immediately gonna go for a hug. Like, are you sure you're okay?
Yeah, and he'll return the hug. I totally died, didn't I?
I'm so sorry.
Don't worry about it. I know what I was getting into. Honestly, the pain's kind of worse.
I mean, I could probably try and heal you a little bit more if you
Oh,
need it right now.
it was a lot worse before. Honestly, this is much better. Okay, and he's gonna like struggle to open his eye. That's okay. I still have it.
Oh. Yeah. That liquid.
Yeah,
It's meant to wound.
noted. Is like, how much is the muscle still exposed, or is like that part healed up with the Revivify?
The Revivify would not have healed it, but the Cure Wounds could have.
Okay. He's gonna move over closer to Rayla and just go, she's alive, I think. He's gonna kind of like put it, like 2 fingers to her neck.
Yeah, she's alive. Her heart does seem to be beating abnormally fast, though. Like really fast.
Hopefully that's
Like-
Mira.
She's supposed to be at rest right now, but it sounds like she's running cardio.
Yeah, let's hope that's just a Mira thing. He's gonna reach
What?
down and try to pick her up.
How should I deal with the worms?
Maybe.
I think I could just kill them.
And yeah, if you can do that, just throw it in the pool. Or if you'd stand
Or-
far enough away, I can use the dagger.
Or should I, like, try to absorb them or some? Yeah, no, that sounds bad. That sounds bad. And I'm gonna, before Remus can even think about more, I'm gonna send him into the pool of wounds
Mhm.
to die, if possible.
And so they do. They go into the pool where Andre himself was on the verge of death. And after just a few seconds, the horned axe strikes, and they're gone.
Wow, that was hardcore.
Maybe it just walks past over to the body, I guess.
As you get closer, you can hear Lynn whispering something to herself. You were the last one. Through this, I thought I... She goes quiet as you approach.
Lynn, are you okay? Did you get too hurt?
No, I'm okay.
Are
You can see
are-
that cell training behind her are imprints of a purple mixed with red from her feet. And she does appear to have been somewhat fucked up by the frost.
I'm gonna, like, very slowly hold my hands out, like my magic, and if she doesn't flinch away, I'd like to cast Cure Wounds on her. At, I'll do 2nd level. Sorry.
As you reach out for her magic, you can see her eyes dart to your hands. One of her own
Yeah.
hands darting to her belt. But
Oh.
after a moment, she stops and lets it happen.
Yeah.
How much HP does she regain?
6 plus 6, 12, 12 plus 5, 19.
19. Okay.
Yep.
Hmm.
You don't have
Let
to,
out a sigh.
you don't have to tough it out in front of me, you know.
Hmm. There's more important things to do. I can focus
Well,
on
you
this.
can't do them if you're dead. I'm gonna turn to the body.
She turns along with you.
I mean, unless you're me, I guess.
She turns along with you, having taken out one of her blades. And slowly, she kneels and goes to sink it deep into Olier's head through her forehead. The blade itself is a little bit unlike the other ones. This one doesn't seem to have a physical base, purely of shadow. You can see small brands, like webs from a spider's nest, stretching across her face, stretching through the peaceful serenity that she had left. Hmm.
Oh.
Lynn just stares at her for a good moment. Her anger palpable.
You know, I thought I'd be more upset.
She turns to you. What do you mean?
Like, initially, I thought I'd be more upset, and then, I don't know, maybe after this I'd get some, like, clarity?
How do you feel then?
I've tried really hard to be angry. Honestly, looking at her right now, I feel nothing.
Lynn turns away from you to face the body once more. Hmm.
It's wrong, isn't it? I should... Wouldn't this normally give relief?
Sorry, can you repeat that?
Wouldn't this normally give relief?
Why? No, I can't understand what you're saying. Sorry, can you repeat that slower?
Wouldn't this normally
Ah.
give relief?
Oh, okay, sorry. I didn't, the wooden part, I didn't understand it before. I bet.
Maybe the situation isn't normal, but
Revenge rarely does.
I don't have the answer for you. All I know is she pushes against the hand with her boot. You can hear the skull creaking slightly. She should have suffered more before she died.
oh. Can I insight her?
Yeah.
I'm trying
Try
to.
to
I
do so
wanna.
stealthily.
Yeah.
Alright. Roll perception for her. She rolled a total of 19 for perception.
What am I rolling against this? Oh, it's just stealth?
Yeah, just stealth.
Oh, it was a nat one.
So it's very apparent.
She can read Mavis like a book.
What about the inside?
The insight. Really? This is like the just looking at someone because you're worried about them. That's how it would come across if she gets caught. This is a 26 for insight.
26. And what are you trying to... You're only trying to see, like, are they okay?
Are they okay? And reading their body language for how they're feeling.
I see. It's very clear that Lynn right now is extremely angry. You can see in her balled up fists and her tense muscles that her anger doesn't seem to be restrained. She's not fighting against it. As for whether she's okay, she doesn't appear to be in distress, so to speak. She keeps pressing down with the plant of her bare feet against the skull. The creaking keeps getting louder until one eye pops from its socket, falls. She turns to you, having noticed your attention, and takes her foot, away from Sister Ulier. She's not who we came here for. She regains her composure, at least a semblance of it.
Oh, but she's like a time bomb right now. Is that what Mavis is picking up?
It does feel like murder is her first answer to a lot of problems. So yeah, calling that a time bomb is... yeah, that sounds about right. She herself kneels down to try and get a better look at Ulie's belongings, going to loot her.
Sorry. I mean, I get.
I should have
Does
thought of
she-
that. Dang.
I've been holding back saying, hey, did she have any 300 gold worth diamonds? Does she carry fine jewels on her?
Oh,
Can I look? I'll look.
yeah. You and Lynn go to loot her, and both of you find some interesting things. The first one that you find, Mavis, is an oddly large gemstone. Not quite a diamond, but certainly not unlike it. It's clear and see-through, and from it you can feel, or rather, you can see small snowflakes falling again and again. Kind of like one of those toys that you see. Another one of the objects she has on her person is a small bulbous sack, kind of. It's almost perfectly round, but from the inside you can feel a pulsing. It's like a slab of meat, but it's nowhere near the right coloration for it. It's definitely much more purple than any animal you've ever seen butchered. You can see a small, not quite pamphlet, but an envelope. It seems to have been closed, and the seal on it, imprinted in red wax on the purely white envelope, depicts a peacock. Lynn takes the envelope and the bulbous sack. She doesn't seem too interested in the op gem, though.
Oh. Well, I'll pick up the gemstone.
In addition to that, there's obviously Sister Ulie's rather clearly magical dress. That one seems to have been tattered, devoured somewhat by your magic, Mavis. Whatever magic has had, it's probably unusable, but the magic itself is still there. Maybe you could use it for something.
Are we gonna fully loot her like a Skyrim NPC? Just leave her in like her
Well, her body's like gone, no? It was just her
Essentially.
head?
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is just the head.
Okay.
The body itself was torn apart like much of her dress. It's just like
Okay, I thought it was
tatters of it.
that it's
Do
like
it.
you murder a bandit in Skyrim
Can I
and take
pick
his
up the
armor.
mat? Can I try and like take the magic?
How? You can devour it.
I still have my influence up, don't I?
Yeah, you do. It's rather uncomfortable for you, Andre. It's kind of hard to breathe and move and speak.
Sorry.
Also, the ground's moving underneath your feet.
Okay, so when I devour, I cuz I can still potentially be able to cast bestow curse at one point, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I devoured that? Okay. Yeah, I'll devour the magic. Give me everything.
You see, the bestow curse is not linked to your devouring, for the record.
Mm.
But
Oh.
you can simply absorb the magic in the space.
Yeah, I want to absorb the magic then.
See, it will count as a tier 2 winter influence, and as such, you can regain temp HP. Treat this as a 4th level spell.
Okay. So 46? No.
However,
Yeah.
first you have to succeed on the check.
Got it. Wisdom, correct?
Yeah.
Alright, let's see. That's a 13 plus 9. 22.
22 succeeds. You can roll the 4d6 and gain them back in HP. Well, temp HP.
6, 5, 1. Is that 12? Plus 1, 13. I knew those first 2 high rolls was gonna be bad. Alright.
As you devour it, you can see small strings of worms reaching out towards the tatters of dress. Each of them make their way through the fibers, devouring not the cloth itself, but the magic. It goes from a pristine, pure white, endowed by winter, to a dark, dark black, from which nothing else can be seen. Nothing besides the remnants of the worms. And any trace of magic before the worms, is gone.
And then Alia will send the worms that remain into the pool of knock Gucci liquid.
Both of them also kill themselves. It takes only a few moments and they're simply gone. With your passive perception, Mavis, you can see that on the ground there are some bits of items that are somewhat more useful than what you've just absorbed. It appears that both of the cloaks from the Mavises were somewhat magical. Doesn't appear to be anything too powerful, but still, magic nonetheless.
I take one.
You kneel down and you find one that's slightly too big for you, only slightly. And you may add a just a moment. A cloak of elven kind to your equipment.
Alright.
Lynn herself has taken hold of the envelopes and opens it with only her finger. Clearly no need for any knives for it. And she begins to read through it, her expression unchanging.
What does it say?
It looks like a research report. She keeps it for a few more seconds and hands it to you. It reads as such. Well, rather before that, actually, a small description of it. It's a thin document reading maybe a few dozen pages. It's folded in a crisp white dossier. That itself was not curled, but folded within the envelope. It's marked 2B, Mainland Capital. The dossier itself is titled Report and Advancements to Peacock to be. The experiments have given fruit, and some of the success that has been escaping us since the incident has been found once more. Control over the worms is impossible in their natural state, but by giving them a receptacle and establishing control over it, I have found it is possible. This method requires a constant replenishment of receptacles, who themselves need to be prepared over a period of roughly 3 years using the accelerated course. It is of note that, although they have had successful expeditions along the Leashed Flames followers' border, and are currently in deployment along the Fort Roars, none of the more recent units have had the same level of control as the escapee. Despite similar upbringing, and I highly recommend deploying superior efforts in search and capture. The subject's state of mind is unknown, but I suggest using the assassin who has taken out outposts 6 and 12 as lure, as they were co-patients in outpost 1. Should this fail, we may turn our eyes to the Temurian library and the key ring we have found. With the disappearance of both heads of the family, however, the only one in knowledge of the archive's location is the heir, whose notoriety makes any attack dangerous. May the dove usher silence, and the peacock set us free. And the letter ends.
Wait. Are your parents in on this?
Were you
Oh,
asking?
you there? Were you here?
I was here.
Oh,
Like, Andre has not been looking over there. He's sitting there, like, just kind of licking his wounds. He's like, man.
So yeah, Mavis's face when reading this goes through several emotions. All claims of not feeling anything kind of drop at the fact that they did want her back. And also, they've been doing the same thing over and over again. When you said they're trying to recreate me, did you mean like literally me?
You saw the things we fought. All of these are people they captured the same way that they did you and I and all the others. Seems you were their end goal. They haven't been able to recreate you fully. They don't know what made you work, so pauses for a moment, thoughtful. Looks like they're just trying to recreate all the conditions that led to you. She looks down at the cloak that you grabbed. Down to even appearances.
Mavis has like been like at this point, like with one hand, Mavis is like nervously bunching up the cloak with the one hand she grabbed it with. She's like stimming.
Mm-hmm.
And they're after both of us.
It looks like they only wanted me to get to you.
This is just so unnecessary. Why even? What is the point of all of this?
You keep using that word. The peacock.
And they brought up the dove.
It must be trying to use a combination of both, or call into effect something of them. This isn't too far outside of what some organizations would do to attract the attention of an hour.
I just can't make sense of what goal is worth all of this.
I don't get it either. There's not anyone that's meddled with worms like this in a long time. Or at least,
What?
that's what my researchers told me. She tends to be a bit volatile. She narrows her eyes.
And she mentioned something about peace.
Whatever her notion of peace might be.
They won't come from the worms. And then this latter part.
The Timurian library.
He doesn't know his parents.
She turns, Andre, you can feel Lynn's intense gaze upon you.
Huh?
I've
What's up?
been to their house. There wasn't... I mean, I didn't fully explore it. We were both there.
What are we talking about?
Mavis should show him the paper.
And Mavis goes to hand it to him.
We'll take it and just look at it. Has he ever heard of the Timurian library? Or seen anything in his house of that?
Not really. But you do know about the key ring. It's a small ring that has the old seal of Timmers before it was changed with their ascension to nobility. It doesn't look particularly flashy, but it's a rather black ring with a silver outline. You've seen it a couple times before. It wasn't really anything too important.
He'll explain about the key ring, but he's like, I've never heard about the library.
If you didn't know your
Under the-
parents, it's only natural you wouldn't know all the secrets of your family.
Yeah, if these people don't know where they went, then, I don't know, they're probably dead.
When was the last time you saw them?
Technically never. Well, into my, like, memories, as soon as I was able to think, never seen them.
Wow.
Well, this organization is under the impression you know where they need to go.
Great. Might be able to use that as
Related to
leverage.
that key ring.
Is the key ring just at his house? Like, did he see it when he went back there, or?
I mean, you probably would not have seen it because you didn't go into the basement where all the storage area would be. But you assume it's still there.
Yeah. He's like, I mean,
Unless someone just broke into the house and stole only the things in the warehouse.
yeah, let's see, like, I mean, it was in my basement. I don't know.
We might have to make a trip back then.
We got an easy way back. What about, that? He points at the door with the eye.
Does Mavis have any clue
Fuck no.
whatsoever?
No.
I figured.
Lynn turns back to it. No idea. There are runes on it, but I don't recognize what they are.
Is the eyeball moving?
The eyeball is looking at you right now.
Just me?
Just a group.
Okay.
Sure.
Lynn picks up the small bulbous sack thingy. Maybe this is related to it.
What is that exactly?
Not sure. But it seems to be somewhat organic. And she looks at the wall with the teeth and the streaks of pulsing veins stretching through the walls.
I guess it needs to be fed.
Should we do that?
We need to keep going.
We haven't seen the people we came here for.
True. I mean, I can fight a little bit, if need be.
I doubt there would be a fight here. If there was,
least-
either it would have fought along with Sister Ulie, or she would have waited for us behind it, that we would be weakened.
Fair enough. And he'll stand up and just go, how do we deal with her? She's kind of heavy with the armor.
And take off the armor.
That takes like forever. Also, I don't think I'm allowed to do that.
Lynn, having gathered everything she needs, turns and heads towards the door.
Oh, crap.
Mira, are you there? Mira? Can you help us here? Shit, Mira. Did Mira die? Wait, did the frost kill her?
No, I saw her.
I'm here.
Can you like move her, or like help us move? Like, I don't know what to really do.
No.
Cool.
Okay, maybe if we both like
yeah,
half
yeah,
carry.
I think we can.
Really weak
Yeah.
right now.
I'm so sorry, Mira.
It's okay. I'm not the one that threw snow cold at me.
That hurt, right? And he's like putting an arm, like one of his arms over his shoulder. He's like, oh,
The cold.
Yeah,
does
imagine
bother
living
me.
with her.
yeah. Did she do that to you often?
You know those tables like that we saw coming in, those are for me, right?
Okay. I don't.
I think originally I was supposed to become like her, or
I don't know. Can you just help me
oh,
carry her?
Yeah.
you.
Let's you get that side, I get this side.
I'll get the other. Yes, we just pull Rayla over to the
Drag
door.
her.
I'm just gonna expedite this. I'm just gonna move Andre up there.
You drag her over with difficulty. You can see Lynn
Oh.
has been looking around with the orb in mind, and she puts it down in the centerpiece of the odd rune, standing upon a mound of dissolved
That's not-
flesh and melted cadavers.
I feel like if I could get
Oh.
sick, I would right now.
She puts it inside, and after a few moments, she jumps back immediately, quickly, as a tongue swallows up the entirety of the mound. It goes back down, and through the mound that it just swallowed, the only thing gone is the sphere. The eye closes and parts ways. The opening of the eye becoming the opening of a door as it turns 90 degrees.
Oh, I
The
hate
door
that.
opens into a dark, dark hallway that goes down rather abruptly. It's a lot cleaner than whatever this place is, though.
Alright, let's get to it.
Lynn goes and makes her way through the darkness.
Yeah, Andre will follow.
These runes. Anything?
No, I don't recognize them. I
Oh,
assumed
damn.
they found this place as is. Whatever this is, she points at the door, the steps, the mound with a rune.
Yeah, let me just pull up some documents real quick.
Imagine.
Whatever this is much older than each of the.
Yeah, it's always great when mortals mess with the shit they don't understand.
Imagine being the person who found this. Oh man, how do you tell people?
I think the first person probably died.
That's usually how it goes.
Bummer.
I'm sorry, do you not like our humor?
I don't know if that was very funny. Though it's a little hard to think right now, so whatever. You know, this is my profession, by the way. He just keeps going.
As you go to keep going, Andre, you hear a voice resound through your head as you pass throughout the door and into the hallway. A powerful, low, and warm voice. Andre Zimmer.
Yeah.
Back to the runes. I sense a remnant of one of my forebears within.
Okay. He's just gonna look at Mavis and go, 1 second. He's gonna walk back out. He's looking.
Andre, wait, she's having. Ah!
Just 1 second. Just 1 second. And he's looking at the runes.
Mavis nearly tips over.
He will kneel down.
The flint waits for a few moments. This symbol, one of them lights up in a deep orange as magma begins to flow through it and on the floor. Is a calling card. It refers to Cardea. The others are too recent and do not know what they mean.
Okay. What does that mean for us?
I do not know. But Cardea should not attack you. If she knows, you have my favor.
Okay. Mavis, could you make a note of this one? And he's gonna point at the rune that was glowing.
Yeah, let me sear that shit into my skull real quick.
It's the one at the bottom left that you can see. It's like
This
an
one?
L with, yes, like an L with two prongs headed in the other direction.
Okay. That's a symbol of Cardea, or calling card. He told me.
And the rest, no, nothing?
Too recent, apparently. Cardea won't kill us, though. Well, he said me, but maybe... Let's just go.
I don't think I'll be spared by the horned axe, but it is what it is.
Maybe we can talk. And he's just gonna help pick up Rayla again and walk in.
You walk in, following in the shadow of Lynn. And you find yourself in a very, very dark crypt. This one is definitely more of a crypt. The floor is more unclean. There are sarcophagi everywhere. And the air is much stiller here. It has surely been a long time since the fresh air of the outside has touched this place. There are small candles that burn in a bright purple light set everywhere. And everywhere around here, you can see small bodies. None of them are much bigger than 4, maybe 4.5 feet tall. Each of them are nothing but bones. Lynn herself takes the first step. She kneels down to examine one of the corpses. It's recent. Something cleaned it.
Oh no.
He looks at the sarcophagus beside her and goes to try and push it open. She, however, rolls only an 11 for athletics, which is not enough. She turns to the two of you. Help me open
Yep.
this.
Okay.
Please don't hurt me.
She takes a deep breath and pushes it. She'll roll again. Can you guys also roll?
Sure.
Athletics? Sure.
The total you gotta get is 25.
I got
7.
an 18, so it's 17.
Alright, Lynn herself rolled a 10. So you all reach about 30, which is enough to get through here.
Yeah. I hard carried that one, wow.
Yeah, pretty much. You all push it, and just enough to get a creak, a view inside. You can see that inside of this sarcophagus are dozens of small masses, each of them set upon their own, tossing and turning and wriggling. Dozens of small seeds, embers of worms. You remember, Mavis, the first time that you saw them? This is how they looked. Lynn looks back down at the skeleton.
Oh.
Let's keep going. There might still be some that have not been completely taken.
Understood.
He looks at you, Mavis.
Yeah, let's do it.
She herself will also try to incite you. That's a total of 16. You contest?
I contested, but I failed.
I see.
Uh,
She's trying to see how you feel about what you just saw.
It's Mavis is feeling a lot. She's feeling a lot, and she's having trouble recognizing it a bit on her own. She's She feels sad that so many people have died for this. She's feels guilt over. She feels a bit of, like, self-loathing and guilt. But most of all, she's scared.
Lynn goes and puts a hand on your shoulder. Fern. She looks you in the eye. And after just a moment, she goes, "There will be worse things in here. There's always been. If you have to turn back, now is the time."
Avis drops the eye contact and looks down. Is still for a moment. And then puts her hand, like, where's Lynn's hand? Is it on her shoulder?
Yeah.
Puts a hand to just kind of touch Lynn's and looks up again. This is something I have to do.
She takes away her own hand.
Yep. Yeah.
Keeps going. What's your passive perception?
My passive is 19.
Okay, well, she rolled a 17 plus 14 for stealth, so you don't, you're not quite able to understand what she mutters under her breath as she herself heads deeper into the caves. Andre, as you take the first step into the hallway, you can see that it stretches in two directions. One of them loops back to where you were. The other one seems to have been split. You can see one where it adds into another room with sarcophagi. The other one seems to open up into a bigger room. There's no sign of movement or anything from within.
Oh,
No
really?
noise. No.
Yeah, he'll relay that to them.
Sorry, what do you say?
He's just gonna relay that to them. He's just giving them space. He's like, okay, this is not, not my ball game.
Is this one? Can we see that this one looks a little bit different?
This one, there is one sarcophagi that is wrapped in chains. It's pretty clearly different. It is in the middle of the way. The way it's chained, it's maybe to keep it closed. Maybe for some other reason. It's kind of hard to tell.
Oh, chained one's not a good sign.
See, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
It must be one that grew too much.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
You're really good at saying things ominously.
I'll come back after this and finish off what is left.
If I get too close to the daggers, they hurt, so I don't think I should be the one.
And herself moves a little bit slower sometimes, and then with small blurs of quickness. She herself seems not nervous, but she's certainly quite quick on her feet regarding this.
Okay. I'm gonna
From where
peek
you
into
are,
this
you
room.
can see the room opening up drastically. There's now one pillar standing in the way mostly, but there are significantly more passageways leading into more hallways. I'd like a volunteer from either one of you.
I'll. Oh.
It's like, I mean, I guess.
Oh.
Sure.
Can you roll 2d20s for me, please?
Oh, I got you, bro. Check it. 13 and a 6.
Both of them are underneath both Mavis, Andre, and Lynn's passive perception. From where you are, you can hear something falling, breaking, and a small yelp. And comes from further deeper into the room that you just set foot in, Mavis.
The I set foot into? Okay.
Yes.
I heard something.
We mean no harm.
Avis is like kind of rushing it a little bit.
Maybe you're gonna freak whoever it is out.
You rush inside, Mavis, and you find huddled at the innermost part of this room, between two sarcophagi, two little girls huddled together. Both of them look strikingly like you. One of them is clearly older, about a year, than the other one. The smaller one is within her arms, but both of them are peculiar. The smaller one has an arm stretched, extended towards you, that is wriggling uncontrollably, flaying against the ground, against the sarcophagi, breaking another pot with a life of its own. And the older one, her eyes have been completely hollowed out. You can see clearly inside. There are no pupils, no eyeballs. There's only the wriggling. Only the wriggling.
As soon as Venus walks in, she like fully stops. She was rushing, so.
The smaller one seems to be in a panic or fearful. You can hear her whimpers lowly, almost under her breath, but not quite. Oh, please, no.
Mavis is gonna.
The bigger one, the taller one, is a little bit more reconforting. You can see her giving a few pats. Each of her slender fingers the same deathly white as your own, Mavis. Streaking along the girl's back. Each of them bending and folding in angles that they should not be able to.
Andre's gonna cast guidance on Mavis.
Hi, I'm not here to hurt you. And she's gonna very gently take a step forward. I'm not her.
The smaller one seems scared.
What?
And kind
We
of
look the
huddles
same, right?
deeper into the embrace of the taller one. The taller one looks straight at you, Mavis. Her eyes, or rather, her sight still clearly functioning, somehow.
I look like you, don't I?
Yes, you do. You aren't her, so who are you? Why are you here?
We came looking for you and others like you. We wanted to
Why?
get you out. We wanted to get you away from her.
What? But that's impossible. We can't escape, not while she's still there.
We... Well,
The only one with... She begins that sentence and then does not finish it. Simply eyeing you. Did you?
my name's Mavis. And I escaped from here years ago.
You're... Mavis? The both of them look at one another.
And
So you're like... us. Smaller one says.
a bit, yeah. And she won't hurt you again. I took care of it. And Mavis is gonna take another step forward into the room towards them.
The smaller one still shrinks away, clearly not completely at ease.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do you want me to stay here? I can stay here. Are you guys hurt?
She looks at the other one and then looks back at you. Is it true? You killed her?
And Mavis
but
is
hear a hint of hope in her voice.
Mavis is gonna pull out the gemstone that she grabbed.
Neither of them seem to have too much of a reaction.
No? Okay, and I put it back. Yeah, me and the others, we knew we had to help you guys. Because you deserve better than this.
The smaller one turns to the bigger one. Did you hear that, Mavis? We're finally gonna be free from here. We're saved! The other one stands up. She looks all around. You can feel the worms rotting through the walls, rotting from her. She seems uncertain, hopeful, but unbelieving. She still doubts it can't be real.
Okay.
The smaller one takes a step towards you. Please, please get me out of here. I don't want to end up like all the others.
How... So they're like fully transformed, I guess?
It's pretty apparent that a good portion of them is made out of worms. The arm that flails still, as aggressively as before, smashes against another pot, destroying it. She stops moving closer to you just as you're about in the range of the arm.
I
Lynn walks through the shadows. Andre, just as she passes through yours, you can hear her whisper into your ear. Don't let her see.
Does that
I-
mean?
Mavis is like slowly like starting to shake because she's realizing they can't get out.
Lynn herself emerges from the shadows next to you. Mavis,
Maybe
the
maybe
little
I could
girl,
control.
is taken aback and takes a step back.
Maybe I could control it. Right? Let me try. Let me try.
Just take a deep breath. You got this. And Andre's gonna cast Bardic Inspiration on Mavis.
Lynn's gonna fucking murder you. I'm saying this out of character. Lynn's about to murder you.
I don't care. He already died once. He's died twice now, so a third time, whatever.
Third time's the charm.
Yep.
Uh,
And he
yeah.
says,
I'm so out of character. This is genius, Rama. Character.
Lynn looks at you with a harsh tone. Mavis.
Mavis is gonna. Because she knows she can't control them for long. I'm so sorry. I hope you find peace. And she's... It doesn't have to hurt anymore.
The taller one looks at you, Mavis. It seems she's figured out roughly what's going to happen. The smaller one looks at Lynn with big, wide, fearful eyes. Her scarred face and her sharp steps. The taller one looks at you, and you can hear her whisper underneath her breath. Don't. Her voice resonates in your mind, perhaps only the echo of this empty cave.
I... Mavis is just staring and shaking.
Lynn will take another step.
Well,
And
I'm gonna
kneel.
try and control them.
Lynn takes another step and kneels to the ground. They can barely hear the beginning of her next phrase. What are your names? And then you assert the right of your influence on them, taking hold of the worms.
Wait,
Is that what you try and do?
I'm good. Okay. Can I feel what percentage of me is worm?
No.
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 Can I... How long does this last for? How long does this fucking spell last for? It's only... I don't have it at high enough level. Can I, like... somehow... like, leave a lasting command on the worms?
Only while your influence is active.
And they're almost all worm.
Hard to tell. They're clearly they are clearly at least partially worms.
Okay, okay. How aggressive is their worms? Like, the arm, obviously...
The smaller one, her arm is bashing and thrashing everywhere. It hits Lynn once every few moments, and you can see patches of the dark leather she's wearing beginning to wither. Her half-scarred face and her deeply cut feet now also have another imprint. An arm with plenty of small black points.
I can't tell. Alright, so I can't tell what their percentage is, how fast it's changing, how...
No,
I can't tell any of that.
no, it's hard. The taller one, her worms don't seem to be quite aggressive, but you can feel them pulsing through the walls, through the floors, from the sarcophagi. They spread much easier.
Fuck.
Andre's gonna step up to Lynn.
I-
They deserve the same chance Mavis does, right?
As you go to step up, Lynn will begin to go to action unless you do anything, Mavis.
I don't... Oh, this is so hard. Marvel, do you actually, like, out of game, do you actually think there's a way for us to, like, keep them controlled?
Well, this is Andre's thought process. If we have to kill these kids, that means we have to kill you.
Yeah, that's also what Mavis will eventually get to. At this point, she's just trying to keep them
So,
human as much
yeah.
as she can.
So Andre's thing is that if you have a chance, we need to give them a chance.
Now you as a player,
Me as a player? I mean, I'm kind of in the same boat.
you're in the same boat.
As you step up, Andre, Lynn turns to you. Stay out of this, Timur. You don't know what we've been through.
No, I don't.
She turns back to the kids. Mavis, do you say or do anything?
I find a way. We'll find a way. We have to, or else, why am I still standing?
Lynn turns back around. Kneels once again. Her voice is more gentle than it normally is. She looks the smaller one in the eyes. What are your names, girls? The two of them hesitate for a moment. The smaller one speaks first. My name was Eleanor? He seems confused. The taller one closes her eyes. I was Eve. Lynn extends both of her arms on either side, opening them to pull the two of them into a hug. You can see glistening at the edge of each of her hands, Mavis, behind both of the Mavis's backs. Two daggers of pure shadow.
Fuck.
Andre's gonna look at Mavis.
Now is the last time, the last opportunity you have. Do you say or do anything?
Mavis's throat closes up. And she can't bring herself to move.
Lynn strikes down.
Never mind.
With her assassinate feature, she deals over the entirety of both their health in a single slice. Two heads fall to the ground. Worms wriggle. Lynn turns to you, her face full of rage. There is no other option. There is nothing to be done. I've tried again and again for dozens of these kids. For those that make it out, it's only a matter of time. They're never able to join back society. Even those that the worms have only touched for a few days. It's too late. I don't know why, Mavis. You haven't been taken. And I don't know if you can be saved. So the only promise I can make to you is the same I make to them. The people that did this to you. Her teeth clamp. You can hear them wincing against each other. I'll kill every single one of them. Do you say or do anything?
How close is Lynn to Mavis right now?
Maybe 2 feet tops.
Okay, not close enough.
Sorry, can you repeat that?
I said, okay, not close enough.
Easily close enough that you can touch her.
Mavis is still, like, shaking, almost uncontrollably. And she has a hand pressed to her mouth. And it's almost as if she's, like, drive heaving. Like, it's the motion of that. But since there's no air, you don't hear anything. Eventually, she puts her arms around herself, and the trembling calms down. I don't understand though. Why am I still here? I haven't been able to control these.
I don't know. Neither do they. That's why they keep trying. Again, and again, and again. Hundreds of corpses left in the wakes of their failed experiments to make you again. And just as many lives ruined. Just as many years wasted in torture, in pain, in fear, in loneliness.
No, but you're not understanding something. I've hurt people. I'll keep hurting them. Don't. And Mavis finally goes and looks at her hands. I haven't been able to fully contain him. The more I walk, the more I infect. How can I justify going about and continuing?
Lynn looks you straight in the eyes. Because you're not lost yet. No one knows why, but you can do something they cannot. It's enough that you've managed to remain mostly yourself. You're still able to fight against them. You know who you are and who they are. Those last few words are spoken with a different tone than the others. Or at least, they sound like it to you. It's enough that you've made people like Dorasha think maybe there is a way. So no matter what happens, no matter what comes, don't you dare give up. Even if it hurts. Because if you give up, all of them, all their memories, and all the pain they went through, you'll be spitting on that. That's the curse of a survivor.
Okay. Okay. Lynn? I'm sorry you had to do this alone.
It's okay. This is what I meant to do.
And a crusade, huh? Alright. Well, we need to continue.
In that case, the first thing we need to do is find this Temurian library they mentioned. Whatever we find there, it'll be something they wanted. And after that, to the capital. That's where the letter was supposed to be delivered.
Alright. Are the worms still out?
Looking down, you can see the two heads and the two bodies of the little girls. The smaller one, completely unmoving, if not for her arm, and a pulsing deep in her torso, going up almost up to her neck. Still moving, still wriggling. You can see a small tuft of the worms peeking through the now decaying skin. Whereas for the taller one, there is no movement. The only thing that you see is her head fall into the floor and staring at you with those vacant eyes, the mirror of the soul, filled with nothing but worms.
We shouldn't just leave that, should we?
I'll take care of what remains here. And I'll come with you afterwards.
Okay. Okay. And maybe it's gonna start heading outside of this room. Or has she seen this?
She's probably noticed it.
So, I don't think she has the mental capacity to deal with whatever this is right now. But,
So she still exits the room.
nah, she's gonna go turn and look.
You can see a bony hand protruding from underneath a stacks of rock. It's a tiny hand. You can feel a tremor from within the bones. A trace of what remains from, one must assume, a little while ago.
Yeah, I thought Mavis is gonna turn around and walk out. So you guys can have your private moment now.
You walk out, and as you get out of earshot distance, Lynn says to you, Andre, without looking at you, I told you not to let her look.
If she shouldn't have seen, she shouldn't have been here. I don't agree with your methods or your reasoning. Maybe I'll truly regret letting this happen in the future. But I'm choosing to trust you because Mavis does. But I don't need an answer for this. This is mostly for you, but have you ever considered what you're going to do after all of this is done? Given that it's your purpose?
I'll consider that after this. What I think, or how I feel, is not what's important right now.
Perhaps. It will be once it's over, and you may find yourself with that same anger that you have now. And he's gonna just walk out.
Oh, shit.
You walk out, last words you hear, as you do. I don't need your trust. Don't get in my way. Len turns back to the shadows. The two of you are left alone.
Once we get out to here, Mavis is gonna just turn and kind of lean on the wall. Like facing it, like lean her head against it.
I don't have words. Do you need a... Never mind.
I just needed a moment. Funny enough, I'm not angry. Maybe I'm a bit disappointed in myself, but I'm just sad.
I feel the same way.
I said I'd help them. I should have realized I shouldn't.
We just didn't have the means.
I hope their crossing is peaceful.
Let's hope.
Alright. Let's keep going.
I'm just gonna like put a hand like kind of in front of her to stop her. You have a lot that's been put on you. Just remember that you can share the burden, okay?
I'll try. But while I might not be as angry, this organization needs to be stopped.
I got no qualms on that. Man. You sure are strong.
Well, we all have to be at some point, right? And to be fair, she gave me an out earlier.
Those are just words. You can never really fully prepare yourself. Not for something like that. I'm finding myself cursing myself a lot. It's... If there is something I'm upset about, well, it's a lot of things, but I'm just sorry I couldn't help more.
Well, you heard Lynn. There's nothing any of us can do except grant them the small bits of kindness and peace that we can.
That
Well,
might be...
at least for now.
He shuts up. He's like he's actually surprised. He's like, that's what I was gonna...
No,
You know, I think I might need one.
Huh?
Never mind. And he's gonna just, like, take a step back.
Are you okay, Andre? And she's gonna, like, touch his, like, arm.
No.
Do you perhaps want a hug? And she's gonna go to hug him.
Tears are just gonna fall down his eyes. It's like, yeah.
She'll squeeze him. Tight hug.
I feel like it should be the other
It's
way
okay.
around.
No, it's okay. I needed one too.
Man. Thanks for reviving me.
And this is for both of us. Symbiotic relationship here.
Yeah. And he's gonna hug her back.
Yeah.
Man, this sucks.
Yep. Yeah, this is really awful. This is a really awful, shitty situation. We did nothing to deserve this.
No. I hope my parents aren't involved.
I really hope your parents aren't involved. For a second, I honestly thought I was going to interrogate you again.
I guess I can't blame you.
Listen, I still... Like, she's always been angry, but she's a lot angrier now. Like, it's justified in my eyes, but... Anger isn't the most rational emotion.
There's, something an old friend told me. I wanted to at least get her to consider. I don't know. Whenever you get angry...
She's gonna need...
I'm afraid what may happen once she's done with all this. Is what will she have once the anger's gone? What if it doesn't leave?
I've noticed that. I know I haven't said anything, but now's not the time for that conversation. But she'll have me, if that means anything to her.
Let's hope so. I don't think I mean much of anything.
Just give it time.
Eh,
Sounds super unsure.
yeah, you don't have to. Don't worry about it.
Okay. No, but as long as I'm here, she'll have me. And now that I guess we're in contact again, I'll try to always be at her back.
I hope I can be just as strong as you.
I mean, I think you're plenty strong.
Well, given I just died, I don't know.
Yeah, and you came back.
Okay. No, I sense an argument.
You literally walked towards your death, and you didn't back away.
Some would call that stupid.
And some would call that brave.
The roles are reversed.
Fair enough. Guess we gotta get that key ring now, huh?
Yeah, and maybe we can find something about the elixir. Or, I was honestly hoping they might have some research here, but This is just a tomb.
Yeah. It's gonna be rough. As far as I know, it's a legend to the people who deal with what we believe was legends. So,
Yeah, well, I've literally met death, so...
yeah, and I've died twice, so I think we're probably well equipped for it.
Uh,
I hope I will be. The flames
I'll
were
be here.
not agreeing with me.
It's your own... Shit, Minnie, hi. Okay, sorry, she just burst through the door. Hello. Okay. Well, whatever it is, we'll be here. And Rayla, who is somewhere. Can we just say we're like low-key carrying her with us, and then when we go into the small rooms, we put her down somewhere and pick her up again? So we don't have to narrate this.
You could have her lay on a bed of worms that you just command to follow you.
See, that doesn't seem like a good idea.
Let's say Andre just makes a stone bed from stone shape.
Yeah.
A stone bed is not just a stone.
Well,
Yeah, but it's flat.
we'll be here and we'll face it together.
If I...
And I'll bring you back.
I hope that won't have to happen again in the future.
Also, I've never done that before, by the way, so please don't die again.
I'll try.
I'm sorry, I'm still... Like, that's crazy, right?
What is?
Never mind.
Oh.
Well, usually my magic, or what I can do, is just destruction, death. But I brought you back.
Well, I think that's just you. You've healed me more times than I can count.
Oh, shit. Oh.
So, your magic's not all bad. Plus, you got me beat. The best I can do is borrow. I hope I can hold on to it for at least a bit longer. Because if I
Sorry,
lose
my
it...
dad came in.
The best I could do is... maybe... I don't know. If I lost my powers, I guess I could try to get my noble position back. I could financially support it, but that sounds a lot harder than borrowing magical power from an old dead being.
Maybe it's like mental. Like you thought you had broken your oath. And your magic responded to your doubt.
You might be onto something, but that power is my own. The flames, they're not.
Not.
I guess I should ask, but that can wait.
I mean, my abilities always felt more like I never fully connected them to myself, but recently at least I've been feeling like it's more me. And it's not as scary anymore.
I think I thought of that for a little bit with the powers I've gained. Some of them I can call my own, but after giving up something to borrow more, I know that without them I would be nothing. So I need to hold on to what I have. That's mine, at least.
Andre, a bird could beat the shit out of you and we'd still like you for you.
Yeah, but I wouldn't really be able to walk with you all.
Then we'll carry you.
I appreciate it, but if I really do become dead weight, please just tell me to go home.
No. Find you a carriage, I'll drag you along, and
Fine.
it'll be fun.
Fine, you win.
Maybe we should stop hugging.
Yeah, I don't know when these end.
You think
Like-
I do?
Like on 3? Should we... 3...
Like
No,
on,
sorry,
like
1...
3,
Counting up.
1. Oh, okay, counting up. Oh, sorry.
One,
Okay.
one,
1,
two.
2.
Should I do it or you?
Oh.
You do it.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
He's gonna back up.
Yeah. Mavis's arms go up, like she's caught doing something.
Okay.
All right.
I think I have the dagger for that place in here somewhere. He's gonna root around in his bag. Or should we keep looking in here?
I feel like we should keep looking, no?
I'll back you up.
And I'll enter the cavern room.
You make your way throughout the cave, and the only things that you see are sceneries, the same scenes repeating again and again. Sarcophagus, corpses cleaned, rocks fallen. And a broken staircase. The place where it must have led to once. This now seems to have been filled up again.
Should we go ahead and teleport? Or is Lynn gonna... What should we wait on her?
I mean, there's a path down this way, right? No? Oh no, that just leads to here. I guess, yeah. Let's go get Lynn. Or we could just wait. There's like I can't believe there's nothing here.
Maybe they're getting
It's
desperate.
really just where they took him to die.
Who knows? Let's just make sure it stops. Oh, right, we need to get Rayla!
Yep. Oh.
So do we
Where
just
would she
pull her
be?
through?
Where'd
I
she leave?
guess probably like around here.
Okay. I'll go grab Lynn.
Alright, I'll start getting this dagger thing ready.
Is she still here?
Yeah. As you peek back into that room, you see Lynn crouched down next to each of the corpses. The worms have now been cut into thousands of small pieces. Each of them have begun to wither away, to be cut into nothingness. She herself is writing something down in a small book.
Can I try and like sneak in?
You can.
Cool.
Her passive perception is 21.
Oh, she's probably gonna notice. I got a nat 20.
What's your total?
That is a 26.
26. Pretty good. Yeah, you can creep up on her a little bit.
Yeah. This is, by the way, Mavis isn't doing this intentionally. I just want Mavis to walk in very quietly in general.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. She's saying shit.
What?
Alright. Yeah, like Mavis will like walk up to like here. Hey, Lynn.
She turns to you in a hurry. She's already got a knife in her hand, pointed almost at the height of your neck. She stops herself just as the dagger
Oh.
begins to pierce into it. She pulls back
Mavis
around with a sigh, and you only take 1 point of piercing damage.
This is what I wanted, trust me. Oh.
Lets out a sigh. Yes.
We looked around and there was nobody else. Nothing of. There's a caved in staircase at the end, but other than that, just more sarcophaguses.
Okay. You and the other two can head straight for the library. I'll finish getting rid of all the worms here.
They're waiting outside in the hallway.
I'll phone you after. She taps at her side, taking out her own serpent key.
Because yeah, we have a way to teleport to the Timor residence. Gotta walk back. If you want to join us.
I need to get rid of the worms here first.
Okay. Well, wait, did she say to go without her basically or no?
Yeah.
Okay. Also, yeah, I'm gonna just do it one more time. I'm gonna do another healing word at 2nd level.
Okay.
Not healing word, cure wounds.
Mm-hmm.
That is 5, 4, so it's 9. 9 plus 5, that's 14 points back again.
Alright. With that, most of her wounds seem to have been healed up. The plant of her feet is still, however, clearly wounded. Scar remains. And the few black dots from the worms flailing remain. She doesn't reach out for her dagger this time.
Stay safe.
Thank you. You as well.
Can I like also try and take the worms damage or nah?
You can try.
Like absorb it or something? I don't know. Not absorb it, but like Never mind. I'm afraid to do anything with them.
Alright.
Then that would be truly traumatizing for her. So like she's gonna attempt to absorb them, but if they didn't like immediately respond, she's just gonna walk away.
So you attempt to absorb them?
Yeah. Or like the corruption or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if it's just a corruption, nothing happens.
Yeah.
You walk back out as Lynn herself takes out the horned axe dagger, getting ready to expedite the process.
Goodbye. Then I meet up with them.
She nods at you as you leave.
Okay, she's gonna take care of the worms and do that, so she said to go ahead.
Okay, just help me get Rayla in there when we do it. And he's gonna
Yep.
mutter the words for the dagger.
Yep, we get Rayla.
A portal opens as usual. From the outside, you can see the tile of your bathroom floor that you had repurposed into your teleportation circle.
Oh, I missed this. And he's gonna try to drag Rayla through.
Yeah, you take one side, I take the other.
Yeah.
We walk through.
And go through the portal. And Andre, you're quite surprised as you emerge out of a very unfamiliar room. And that is where we'll end the session.
What? Excuse me? Wait, only I did?
Well, you're
Your word, Albert. Bang your word, lads.